What's up, YouTube? It's me, Liam. I don't know what I really want to talk about. I just kind of wanted to make a video before I got online to play with a buddy of mine. I got this coworker of mine. His name's Josh. He's like a really cool guy. I got like multiple coworkers named Josh, but this guy like works 4 a.m. to 12, and he used to work night shifts, and I got to like know him a lot. And he's like kind of like one of the like nicest guys you ever meet. He's like the definition of a kind soul. Like if people thought I was kind or somebody that I know is kind, like this motherfucker's like Bob Ross type kind. Like he genuinely cares for like everyone. Anyways, I remember one time we were like at his house smoking a joint, just like kind of like yapping it up, and we started talking about cars. And like he's like a vegan, like doesn't like leather, doesn't like animal products, doesn't like any of that type of shit, but he loves fucking cars. Or that kind of sounded stupid. He loves working on cars. He loves cars themselves and like all that shit. And he's like built entire like 1,000 horsepower vehicles like in the driveway of his house in the Bronx. And so like kind of caught me off guard the first time I found out that he like really liked cars. The only reason I'm kind of bringing this up is because he bought a Mitsubishi, like an import. And he didn't import it himself. He got it from a guy that imported it. And the car's like fucking beautiful. It's inline 4. I'm thinking it's like a 1.8 liter, but I don't really know. God, he's got like coilovers in the front, like more stiff ones in the back. I'm kind of forgetting the exact names of any of it, but like, dude, it's beautiful engine, beautiful body. The interior's totally gutted except for the driver's seat, and I'm like, dude, this thing's fucking, it's just awesome. And I've been seeing a lot of Beamers, like my E30, driving around Boulder lately, like just a couple. And 2 of them I already know of the people. Like one of them's a dude that lives in my town. I don't know the guy, but I see him like all the time driving it. And then one's a dude that comes to my job every now and then. And like I've struck up a couple conversations with him, and every time he comes in, I'm always just like, "How's the Beamer doing?" And this guy, E36 swapped the motor and transmission for, I think it's an N54, but I could be wrong. I'm kind of forgetting what the E36 has. Anyways, the only reason I bring it like any of this up is because I'm about to be 3 weeks sober on Sunday from pot. And I've gained this kind of like ambition in my soul again to want to actually do shit with that car. And tomorrow I'm going to have the motor out. And tomorrow night I'll have the motor stripped down to bare metal and ready to send off to the machine shop. By the end of next month or the month after that, I should have the car running again. And kind of the only reason I bring any of this up is mainly because of the sobriety. I guess that's what I really wanted to talk about, but like, I don't know, didn't know how to start it, so I wanted to talk about a good dude of mine. And sobriety is weird. You know, a lot of people like talk about like you gotta figure out how to just like do your daily tasks and sober, and you gotta kind of just deal with the like wants of like wanting to smoke. But towards the end of me smoking, like the day that I quit, like pot didn't do shit for me anymore. It didn't help me. It didn't make my mentality better. It didn't get me out of the bullshit problems that I was constantly thinking about. And it didn't give me motivation to do anything. And ever since I've quit, I haven't had this dilemma of like, I don't know what to do with my life. Every day is just super boring and dull. It's like, I reignited a passion that was in me for so long that I kind of just suppressed due to the heavy use that I had, and now I actually want to do something. I no longer want to do something just high. I no longer want to just get by stone or blah 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 blah. Like, I want to live my life again. So, like, thoroughly and deeply. It's kind of driving me a little nuts sometimes. And it's a difficult process to just go from smoking all day every day. And I was a cart user, which, if you don't know what a cart is, it's just it's like wax, like THC wax, but as a vape. And I was doing that like all day, every day. I was going through like a cart a day or two. And I went cold turkey, like completely. The first 2 days or 3 days, I was having withdrawals. And the first week, I was super fucking depressed and hating myself and not wanting to quit, really. But I had an ambition and a goal to like get a better job that requires me to be sober. And eventually that's going to be an electrician, but for now I'm going to start working at an oil refinery. And I think the only reason I want to make this video and talk about anything is just to kind of be like, I'm changing, you know? I finally decided to say fuck it and not listen to the part of me that wants to stay in the same zone I've been in, regardless of if it's comfortable or not. It's just familiar. And I might be in the same location physically, but mentally everything's different. I'm not thinking the same as I used to. I'm not feeling the same as I used to. I mean, like, I'm still depressed, but like, it's getting better. And even though I still don't have a lot of friends and I got that one good homie, I do have people around me. And I ignore that so fucking often for no fucking reason. And it makes me mad that I can't just see the bigger picture, regardless of what that picture is. That I can't see that I do have people around me who do want to see me actually kind of progress my life and actually do something for the better. And I think the worst part is I ignore that I want that. That I want to see myself become a better person and actually try and do more with my life. And finally, I'm actually doing it. And instead of constantly thinking about it all the time, or constantly like having these self-doubts and all this shit, like, it's just not there. The pot is what used to make me self-doubt, or at least in my experience, the pot is what made me feel like I couldn't do more. And now that I'm actually doing more, I think I kind of finally realized that, like, I really enjoy life as much as I hate a lot of aspects of it, and I see the world falling apart around me. Like, I'm a very paranoid guy. I got military gear up the wazoo that I spend thousands of dollars on to get prepped for war. Not against another country, but against our own, if our government ever decided to fight against its own people. And ever since I started getting sober, I just don't care about it anymore. This is my life, and I'll be damned if I ever let anything outside of it ever change that fact again. There's a quote that I can't even remember, but the like gist of it is like, you could be physically imprisoned and completely free if you allowed yourself to think properly, because everything is completely just a mind game. As much as it's kind of hard to like ignore hard shit that's going on in your life, and my life and everyone's life around me and the state of the world, I kind of did come to the realization that I am just going about my day. You know, I don't have people hating on me for who I am. I don't have people around me telling me I'm a terrible person. I don't have people around me trying to bring me down or make me paranoid. Everything around me is good. And the only time that any of it is ever bad is because I think it is, not because it actually is. And I think that's kind of what I wanted to get about with this video, is that as much as it's easy for me to say, I had to go through a long time to kind of just get the simple discovery of it doesn't matter. None of it does. But it matters to just give a fuck about the people around you and about the shit that you care about. I don't care about a lot of the stupid stuff that goes on in my life or the stupid shit that kind of brings me down, because I allow a part of me to just be brought down and be kind of distraught about whatever is going around. But a part of me acknowledges that and wants to just keep moving forward and keep trying to do something better. And I think that's what I hope for every person in this world, is that greed and suffering is a mentality, not a choice. It is a choice in its own self-respect if you choose to act that way. It is just not who people are. People like to say human nature is filled with death and chaos, but they also forget that it's filled with love and joy, and that people do care about people. And we just don't see that enough because we don't look around and actually try and notice it. I like the quote that if you focus on a single rock, you'll miss the tree. If you focus on a single tree, you'll miss the forest. But if you focus on just the forest, you'll miss the journey. I might have said that wrong, but you get the point. Is you can focus on anything you'd like, but you're still going to keep walking. And if you're focusing on just a rock, you're going to miss everything around you. But if you just focus on the specifics around you, you're going to kind of miss the whole point of the journey. Life is hard, and it never will be easy. There's never going to be an easy time in life to just relax and not have any troubles. But in this moment right now, ain't nothing going on. And I might not be happy, but I sure as hell ain't sad. And I want to keep doing shit that I just enjoy doing, regardless of what other people want to tell me I should be doing or be enjoying. I have a lot of people around me that tell me I need to be doing more with my life as well, but I'm doing everything I want with my life right now. And at the same time, I'm not doing everything I could want to do. But time keeps moving, and we always have an opportunity for today. Tomorrow doesn't exist, and the past has already happened, so what's the point of dwelling on either if you're just here right now? I think it's worth it to just be here right now most of the time. There's a time and place to think about the future, but there never is a time and place to dwell on the past. But then again, it's easier said than done, for it took me months to even fucking get to this point. And I didn't even have anybody around me to just keep pushing me. All I had was myself and my own thoughts. And I had to be willing to want the change, to actually change. no amount of people around you will ever give you the actual respect you truly deserve. Even your best friend who cares everything about you doesn't know how much you deserve more respect, and that respect truly comes from yourself. And I hope today maybe you can learn to just sit down, not dwell on anything, because at a certain point it's just not worth it. If you're not going to do anything to change it, why think about it? I love you guys. I hope you had a good day.